part 1. Alright, so we're going to start with our eyes like we always do. And I decided, I guess I forgot what I want to prime with. So I'm going to use actually these two. I believe they're both, no, one's Wet n Wild and the other one's LA Colors. Eyeliner crayons, or eye crayons, in white and in black. So I'm going to put white all over the eye. Oh, I also can use my fingers because, you know, gotta use those. And we're going to just start here with that. So how have you guys been? I have been fighting this camera for the longest time, but they will not switch out my phone. There's nothing wrong with your phone. It passes all the tests, all the troubleshooting, blah, blah, blah. So there's no way they're going to exchange it out. So I will not be able to understand why it's saying on some videos that it's corrupted. And others are just fine. I don't know if it's the time frame, because the shorter videos get slid through, no problem, but the longer videos get stuck. I want to make sure I have a good base on here, a good bright base, because doing your eyeshadow with your fingers and black eyeliner, it's gonna get real. Okay, so we're going to line this out and give ourselves a V. Let me know in the comments below. Come back to this video, because I know you're not going to be doing it while you're doing this video. I think that I'm the only crazy one that watches videos of my friends and of people that I admire on YouTube and do my makeup at the same time. I'm like, I do that. I'm the one that does that. In the morning, in the evening. That's just the way I feel about it. I'm like, I want to do what you're doing, or I'm going to do something else. You know, just so I can be doing it while you're doing it, you know? So, we smoke that out, and I'm going to take the dark burgundy, and I'm going to use that to smoke out the outer V. Of course, we're going to clean up with the makeup wipe, but we can actually blend with our finger. If you guys see how this is blending, that's why I picked this palette. The Zola Look palette has saved me many a days when I would be trying to do exactly what I'm doing right now. Forget my makeup brushes. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then I would be literally in a doctor's office, the school, and be doing my makeup slowly but surely. And they'll be watching me too. They'll be like, hold up, what is she doing? And I will just do the darn thing, because, you know, you have no other option. But I always seem to grab a washcloth. I always seem to grab some Q-tips. I always seem to grab the sponges. But I'm forgetting a lot of things. And that's why I was like, this time I'm going to leave all the things out and see, oddly, that I can do it with this palette. And it's like, how? Well, I'm going to show you. Even though the colors aren't coinciding with how. But it will in the end. So I'm going to take the middle shade, which is this orangey color. Oh, sorry, the camera's on this side now. And I'm going to put that in the upper brow and down towards the front of the eye. And it blends out, see? Seamlessly, just by the tapping motions. I also had to remember, you know, when I started out with makeup as a little girl, and also because of what I was and wasn't allowed to have as a little girl, because, you know, growing up within a church family, really, you know, based on modesty, and also didn't learn how to, my grandparents didn't learn how to put on makeup and things like that. My mom and my aunties did not know how to put on makeup when I was growing up. And in fact, that's where I would really get my start from, because my mom only had clear mascara, chapstick, and a blue eyeliner. And I would be like, woman, what am I supposed to do with this? And she's like, figure it out. That's what I did. So she got me a brown eyeliner, clear mascara, some chapstick. and I figured it out. And they were pretty shook on just what small amount I had, and I even started making my own with my grandmother. She would take me in the kitchen, brown off some powder, some flour, not powder, some flour, and then she would consider that my foundation. So this burgundy, and see how thick it is? Like, not really thick, but like opaque it is when it goes on, the shimmer. That's also why I picked this palette, because then it can really fake a cut crease with this palette, and with just your finger. Yeah, my grandma was very creative at like showing me how to make, and this is before the internet, how to make makeup with crayons, flowers, and I never judged it. I never asked her why not. Why can't we go to the store? If I saw something at, like, say, our grocery store, she would definitely pick it up. She would be like, okay, you want that? You got a budget of this amount, and that's it. And I would work it out with maybe a burgundy eyeshadow, a burgundy or a burgundy blush, because it would be only the 2 items I can pick up. Some more lip gloss, definitely upgrade it from flour to baby powder, browning it off to make it my own skin tone. So she was that's who got me into art, my grandmother, and I'm so glad she did, because now, look at this. Look at me now, in real time. She'd be so impressed to see me doing it all over again, and then, because she knows about makeup before she passed, she knew about makeup, where you can find it. Her store was JCPenney's, and in the JCPenney's was a MAC store. She loved taking me to MAC. So that worked out just fine. So now I'm just going to smoke out the lash line, the top lash line, with that same black. Give it a little bit more depth. Yeah, I started thinking about it. I was like, we don't need eyeliner. We got this big old chunky crayon that'll work just fine. And where the Q-tips coming in, you shall see. And then the final reveal will be in part 3. Because that will make it, so I have to really shrink these videos down or it's not going to work. So I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to go into the gold, because that just seems to be my go-to color with the Q-tip, and highlight my inner corner. Yeah, you guys, if I'm going to start getting upset. Not upset, but tear up. I don't want to do that, but I do have to say it. Like, it's already like pulling teeth to get my mother on my channel to sit down, sit still. She just won't do it. She's frightened to go under the camera, I guess. And then under my brow, I didn't even switch the thing over. I just wiped it off on like I would my Q-tips, or wash my brushes off. I just wiped it off on the towel. But my grandmother, she would have gotten on here and really let me doll her up. She loved being dolled up in makeup, even though we weren't going nowhere. But even more so, if we were going somewhere, she loved to be dolled up. So this is the eye look, and in part 2, I'm going to do my foundation and my base, basically, and then come back in part 3, we'll finish the eyes. So I will see you all then. I love you all so, so much. Keep it sexy. And if you're new here, hey, I'm your girl Javina, and I love everything about everything and anything in between, and that's mostly makeup, skincare, and my friends. And if you're into that, join the hive. We'd love to have you. I'm still working on my 300 subscriber giveaway. I've told you all, invite a friend, invite a cousin, share me out. Somebody out there would be excited to see me, because you guys are, and I'm so excited that you are. And so with that, I want to let you know I see you, sis, and I will see you in the next one. I love you guys. Bye.